Storytell Original presents Sigga Freitag 1, I Am the Rose of Sharon, by Jakob Melander. Narrated by me, Jeff Harding. For a long time, Sigga Freitag was a mystery to me, which was a paradox, as it turned out, because in her eyes, I was every bit as puzzling. Now, I see that this coincidence was why our meeting each other for the first time ended as anything but a success. Even now, I doubt that I completely understand her, and likely never will. On the other hand, I remember the 3 police investigations she and I carried out, investigations that attracted a lot of attention throughout most of Europe. On a personal level, they shook to the core my faith in humanity. The past 6 months have changed me, and her too. At least that's what I tell myself. Chapter 1. Out at Frederick's Bastion, out where Christiania ends and Margarethaholm begins, the cobblestoned Refshalve was blocked by 3 police vans, a few patrol cars, and a beat-up Opel Astra, which surely belonged to the police surgeon I assumed was examining the body, filled in the gaps. Even though it was Sunday, I had just shaved, and my hair was combed back. The blazer that had started to feel tight the past 6 months was freshly ironed, in contrast to my life, which within the same months had unraveled. It was the last Sunday of October, after another sleepless night, a night pierced by metallic screeching, the smell of gasoline, and visions of blood-spattered shards of glass scattered on the asphalt. Another night when the abyss beckoned, the tempting black depths of rage at my feet. It would have been so easy to give in, to let go and fall, to sleep, perchance to dream. But what nightmares awaited me there in eternity? And here, on this side, there was too much tearing at me. The angry, resentful looks from my colleagues in the spectator's stand at City Court as the defense attorney/public defender ripped my testimony apart bit by bit until our carefully built case fell to earth with a loud thud. The following day, the judge, in light of the manifestly illegal search warrant used by the police, had decided to release every single one of the defendants. It had been my responsibility to establish the grounds for that search warrant. Never before or since have I felt so ashamed, and despite my boss Soren Tofte's half-hearted attempt to give me a pep talk the next day, he couldn't hide his disappointment. With losing the trial, and with me. Since then, I'd been given the cold shoulder at the Violent Crimes Department, PF3 for short. I was on my own, and had to settle for the routine assignments normally given to trainees. In short, I was in bad standing at the department, and when I got home at night to my empty apartment in Vidovre, my temple on Songard's Alley, I was filled with anger. That Sunday morning, I'd just bought a muesli roll and a raspberry slice at the bakery when the call came. The duty officer had long ago stopped calling me when there was an emergency. It must have been a mistake that I was even told about the case. A Christiania resident on a Sunday walk with his 2 boys had nearly stumbled over the skeleton of a man at the top of Christiania. The only thing between it and the commune, Björneklo, Bear Claw, was the bastion wall itself. The old military area had been taken over by young squatters and hippies in the early 1970s, and since then the Free State had been the center of Copenhagen's so-called alternative culture, social experimentation, and sale of hashish. Though many politicians throughout the years had wanted the area cleared, it had never happened. Christiania, and the Christianites, as the inhabitants called themselves, had...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?